Hello, everyone is expecting agentic frameworks to become popular, and even OpenAI got into this bandwagon. OpenAI recently announced Swarm, a new experimental framework designed for multi agent orchestration, enabling multiple AI agents to collaborate and perform complex tasks autonomously. Swarm is a lightweight open source tool aimed at simplifying the coordination between AI agents, allowing them to execute tasks in a controlled and modular fashion. This approach allows developers to create systems where agents can hand off tasks to one another based on their specializations, streamlining complex workflows. A disclaimer: it is not an official OpenAI product. It is an experimental and educational open source framework that will not be maintained by OpenAI. So, recommended not to use in production. So, please don't depend on it, but only look at using a similar framework if you need to implement an agentic framework. It is a very lightweight framework that sets it apart from other frameworks like LangGraph or Autogen. You can look at one of the demos I did on Autogen as well. It revolves around routines and handoffs. Routines are like agents. They can use agents and you can provide them tools or functions. You can give them instructions in natural language. Handoffs: agents can accomplish a particular function, can hand off to other agents for other functions. Agents have a complete knowledge of your prior conversations. Key features of Swarm include concept of routines and handoffs, which help task management. For example, an agent can begin processing a user's request and then seamlessly transfer it to another specialized agent when necessary, improving scalability and flexibility in application development. They give a lot of examples here on how you can run Swarm and all. For examples, there are a lot of examples here. Agents. So agents have instructions and functions. Then you have handoffs which give control. We will look at one of the examples shortly. There are a lot of examples here. Basic triage agent, weather agent, airline, where a multi-agent setup for handling different customer service requests in an airline context. You can see the code here, airline customer service. So this explains a multi-agent setup. This diagram explains the Swarm airline agent. There is a triage agent which triages between various other agents. It has the instructions and functions. So based on the customer request, it may hand off to flight modification or lost baggage. The flight modification has its own instructions and functions, and based on the request, it may hand off to flight cancel or flight change. Each of these have multiple functions under them, which they will execute based on the request. Similarly, lost baggage also has multiple instructions and multiple functions, which may tell it what is the policy for lost baggage, what information it needs to get from the customer, and how it has to handle the customer service. Now looking back at the code, if you look at airline configs, agents.py, you will see the transfer to flight modification returns flight modification agent. Like that, you can transfer to flight cancel, flight change, lost baggage, transfer to triage, and then you have the instructions for the triage as well as you have the agent. You see the triage agent has the instructions and functions, either transfer to flight modification or transfer to lost baggage. And the flight modification agent again has instructions and then functions for transfer to flight cancel or transfer to flight change. So it says the intent is for flight modification related question. First look at message history and see if you can determine if the user wants to cancel or change their flight. So based on that, it will transfer to either flight cancel or flight change. You will see that the instructions are in natural language. Similarly, flight cancel has the instructions and lot of functions like escalate or initiate refund or case resolved, initiate flight credits, like that. Similarly, flight change has escalate to agent, change flight, and all. Lost baggage has baggage search, transfer to triage, or case resolved, or escalate to agent. So each of the agent has instructions as well as functions. Let us have the swarm architecture, which is very lightweight, works with the routines and then the handoffs. Now, will it become popular? We don't know yet, but there is no support from OpenAI. So unless you want to maintain the code yourself, people may not adopt this. You try it out, you see if it is useful for you, see if you can use it, or you can use it to build an agentic framework. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the latest in AI and technology. See you in the next video.